Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and give you what you need to know. Today, we're prepping you for a trip to Europe, specifically to a real hidden gem, Wrocław in Poland.
Oh, Roka, yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic choice. It's often called the Venice of Poland, which, sounds a bit like marketing,
Right.
but it actually fits. It's built on the Oder River as something like 12 islands, over 100 bridges. It really is shaped by water and, well, a pretty incredible history.
That's exactly what we want to get into. So
Mhm.
our mission today is to give you, maybe as a first-time visitor, a real solid guide, not just the cool sites, but the practical stuff too, especially getting around transport right from the airport.
Yeah, make it seamless. We'll cover the historical layers, the cultural bits that make a trip special.
Mm.
So the basics first. Wrocław is Poland's fourth largest city, capital of Lower Silesia, history going back over 1,000 years.
1,000 years, that definitely points to a complicated past, I imagine. What does that mix of influences actually look like on the ground?
Well, you really see it. It's not just Polish history. You've got centuries of Bohemian, Austrian Habsburg, Prussian, and German layers all mixed in. Architecturally, it's fascinating Gothic right next to Baroque, for instance. You feel that history.
But then World War II obviously had a massive impact. I mean, it was Breslau then, and Hitler declared it a fortress. Festung Breslau, hold it at all costs.
Exactly. And the Siege of Breslau in 1945,
Hmm.
it basically flattened the city center, which is crucial context for understanding the old town today.
Because it looks so vibrant,
Mhm.
almost new in places.
Precisely. Those incredibly colorful buildings you see around the market square. While the styles might be historically inspired, most are post-1945 reconstructions. It wasn't just about rebuilding.
What do you mean?
It was a conscious choice. After the war, the Polish population moving in decided not to rebuild in, say, muted tones reflecting the trauma. They chose bright, bold colors. It was like a statement,
A statement about.
rebirth, defiance maybe, saying,
Yeah.
we're building a bright Polish future here. That vibrant look is literally painted onto the city's recovery.
That's quite powerful. And speaking of defiance, maybe in a more quirky way, we have to talk about the gnomes. The Krasno.
Ah, yes, the gnomes. There are, over 600 now? These little bronze dwarf statues are everywhere, and they're definitely more than just tourist kitsch.
Right, they connect back to the 1980s, don't they? The Orange Alternative Movement.
Exactly. It was this brilliant anti-communist underground group. When the regime cracked down on normal protests, the Orange Alternative used absurdity. Pure absurdity.
Like those dwarf protests, everyone dressing up in pointy hats.
Yes. Imagine the police trying to arrest dozens of people dressed as dwarves. It made the authorities look ridiculous, undermined their power without direct confrontation. It was genius, really.
So the first statue, Papa Krasnal, that was put up in 2001.
That's right, near where many of those happenings took place. And now hunting for them, doing all sorts of things, working ATMs, riding bikes. It's a really fun, free way to connect with that spirit.
Okay, let's shift focus to the heart of the city itself. The market square, the Rhine. It's huge, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive. One of Europe's biggest medieval squares. And it's absolutely buzzing, the social hub.
And visually, you really see that historical layering you mentioned. Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, all sort of jostling together.
Absolutely. And the centerpiece has to be the old town hall, the Rathaus. Incredible Gothic building. Took something like 250 years to build.
Wow. That explains the complexity. And it has that really distinctive tower, 66 meters high.
That's the one. And here's a great little tip for history buffs or beer lovers. In the basement of the Rathaus is Punica Fudnica.
Oh, yeah.
It's apparently one of Europe's oldest restaurants still running. Dates back to 1273.
1273, seriously. History in pierogi, then.
Pretty much. Just imagine the stories those walls could tell.
Okay, and nearby, we have Ostrotumski, Cathedral Island.
Right, the oldest part of Wrocław. Goes back to the 10th century. It's not technically an island anymore, but it feels separate. Very peaceful, almost medieval.
Dominated by St. John the Baptist Cathedral, which is Gothic, and you can go up the tower there.
Yes, and importantly, there's a lift. So you get those panoramic views without necessarily climbing hundreds of steps.
Good tip. But the real magic of Ostrotumski seems to be the atmosphere, especially around dusk.
Oh, definitely. Tumski Bridge used to be the Lovelock Bridge, though they discouraged that now. But the key thing is the gas lamps.
The lamplighter, I read about this.
Yes. Every evening, a lamplighter in traditional uniform goes around and manually lights the gas lamps. It's completely unique, feels like stepping back in time. A must-see.
That sounds amazing. Okay, from gentle atmosphere to maybe something a bit more intense. Another viewpoint, The Bridge of Penitence.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Also called Witch's Bridge, it connects the two towers of St. Mary Magdalene Church. It's high up 45 meters.
It requires a climb, I gather.
It does. About 247 winding stairs, so be prepared. But the view is spectacular.
And it comes with a rather grim legend, right, about witch trial.
That's the story. Apparently, women accused of witchcraft had to cross it. If they made it, they were convicted and burned. If they fell, well, they were innocent but dead.
A real lose-lose. Definitely adds a dark edge to the lovely view today.
Indeed. So let's jump forward centuries now to a completely different kind of structure. The Centennial Hall, Holus Delicia.
UNESCO World Heritage Site, but famous for being modern in its time.
Exactly. Built in 1913, it was groundbreaking for its use of reinforced concrete on such a massive scale, an architectural landmark.
And it's a bit outside the main Old Town core, isn't it?
Yes, but worth the trip. There's lots around it, too. The multimedia fountain has shows from May to October, lights, music, water. Pretty spectacular. And the Japanese garden nearby is very peaceful.
So, other ways to get those city views if the church climbs aren't appealing.
Well, there's the modern option, the Sky Tower. It has an observation deck way up on the 49th floor. Very convenient, 212 meters up, easy lift access.
And what about the Panorama Wrocław? That sounds unique.
It really is. It's this enormous 360-degree painting inside a rotunda depicting the Battle of Wrocław from 1794. Very immersive. You can often get combined tickets with the National Museum next door, which is good value.
Also heard about Hydropolis, a science center about water.
Yes. Housed in an old 19th century underground water reservoir. Super interesting space, and the exhibits are all interactive, all about water. Really well done.
Okay, let's talk fuel. Food. You can't go to Poland without trying?
Pierogi, definitely the dumplings.
No.
Filled with everything cheese and potato, meat, mushrooms, fruit. Boiled, baked, fried. You have to try them.
And bagos, the hunter's stew.
Oh, yes. Hearty stuff. Meat, sauerkraut, mushrooms. Very traditional. And for dessert or just a treat, Pocki, Polish donuts. Delicious.
Where's a good place to try local food without breaking the bank?
Look for a bar Maleczny, a milk bar. These are like traditional Polish cafeterias, often subsidized. Very affordable, authentic comfort food where locals eat. Great
Big
experience.
tip. And for the evenings.
Wrocław has a really vibrant nightlife, lots of great pubs, especially microbreweries. Places like Marinka Piwo, Yapitivo serve really good, reasonably priced craft beers.
Okay, now for the really crucial part for that first timer. Logistics. Getting there and getting around. Let's nail this down. The airport is Wrocław Nicholas Copernicus Airport, code WRO.
Right, so getting from WRO to the city center. You can take public transport, Bus 106 goes there, it works. But honestly, after a flight, a private transfer is often easier. And here's the key advice. Use ride-sharing apps. Uber, Bolt, FreeNow, they all operate there.
Why specifically the apps?
Because you see the price up front, you book it on your phone, the drivers are usually waiting nearby, quick pickup. Costs around 40 to 50 zloty, typically to the center.
Which is much better than potentially getting ripped off by.
Exactly. The traditional taxis waiting right outside the terminal have a reputation, unfortunately, for sometimes overcharging tourists. So check the app first. It's just smarter.
Got it. Apps are the way to go from the airport. Now, once you're in the city.
Good news is the main core of the Rheineck, Ostratumski, it's very walkable. Really pleasant to just wander around.
But for places further out, like the Centennial Hall?
That's where the trams come in. Wrocław has a really extensive tram network, and buses, too. The trams have been running since 1877, believe it or not. It's the main way people get around beyond the center. Easy and efficient.
Okay, trams. How do you actually use them?
Yeah.
Tickets.
Good question. You can buy tickets at machines at major stops. Or, and this is super convenient, you can often just tap your contactless card on the machine inside the tram itself.
Pay-as-you-go on board.
Yeah, many trams have that now. But the crucial thing, really crucial, is you must validate your ticket immediately. If it's a paper ticket, stamp it in the little yellow machine on board. If you tap your card, that usually counts as validation. They do check tickets regularly.
Right, validate immediately. Good to know. So despite the Polish Venice nickname, we're relying on trams, not canal boats, for getting around day to day.
Definitely. The boat tours on the Oder are nice for sightseeing, absolutely, but not for practical commuting. Stick to walking and the trams.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Key takeaways for Wrocław.
I'd say the stunning, lively market square, definitely soak that in. The history and unique atmosphere of Cathedral Island, especially with the lamplighter. The amazing architecture, both old, like the Radis, and newer, like Centennial Hall. And of course,
Hunting the gnomes.
hunting the gnomes. It's just fun. Plus, it's affordable, easy to navigate with the trams, and just has this great energy. It really earned that European capital of culture title it once held.
It sounds like a city that really wears its history, both the difficult parts and the recovery, right on its sleeve, or maybe on its colorful walls.
That's a perfect way to put it. It was destroyed, then consciously rebuilt with vibrancy, with symbols of resistance like the gnomes. It wasn't just putting bricks back together.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah, if a whole city can face that kind of trauma and then make such a deliberate choice to rebuild its identity using color, using symbols of defiance, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What deliberate choices could you make, maybe in your own life or surroundings, to bring in more color, more history, more of the stories that define you?
Something to think about as you plan that trip. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring.